Monday Night Football, let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Ben, a.k.a. Cash Cake, back with an Underdog Fantasy Pick'em video. Thought we had the sweep yesterday. A couple circumstances that did not pan out. But if you took David Montgomery, he did get that touchdown late in the game. Easily crushed it on over yards. Cooper Kupp just absolutely smashed. We know Puka went out a little bit, but he was still getting fed early, so that one cashed as well. And then Stafford just didn't get there with his over 1.5 passing touchdowns. A couple passing interference calls in the end zone really hurt them when they could just run the ball in at the one. So we ended up going 3-1 in those plays that I gave out. We really wish we could have got that 3-0 and swept that. But hey, we're gonna get after this game. We got the Jets and San Francisco. Kind of a low total here. 49ers favored by 4 at home. If you don't have the Underdog account, you want to join along, you can use that promo code CashCake and get yourself a free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. And again, you can link below, get access to that. But let's talk some plays. Let's get after it. Let's go. All right, Underdog Fantasy Pick'em is up on the board. Again, we're going to talk 3 plays that we like here. I don't have an alternate play here. Honestly, it's kind of a tough game to figure out how I want to attack this. We got 2 good defenses playing. We have a 43.5 total, and 49ers favored by 4. A lot of unknowns in this, right? I mean, Aaron Rodgers, getting hurt first series, first snap last year. We didn't really see what he could do with the Jets at all. So, there's not a lot you can look at besides just kind of, making an educated guess on how the game script's going to go. And it could be an ugly game. These teams can play super slow. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw a 10-7 game, or if we saw 20-17 game. I don't think we're going to see a ton of offense. We saw kind of how ugly Sunday kind of was. Just across the board with some of these teams. They don't play preseason anymore and they do these practices, but I think it really hurts the offenses until they really get clicking. So we're going to dive into it. I got 2 plays on the Jets, and then I got 1 play for the 49ers. First play, let's just dive right in here. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson higher than 5.5 receptions. I think he's just going to feed Garrett Wilson here. And 5.5 just feels a little bit too low. We saw what Aaron Rodgers did with Devontae Adams in Green Bay. He gets a good receiver, and he will get him the ball in any way possible. So I like Garrett Wilson, to have quite a few receptions here. Maybe he doesn't have a ton of yards, but he is going to get him the ball. So I kind of like Garrett Wilson over 5.5 receptions. A lot of places this moved to 6. That's why you get the 0.88x here. But I feel like that's the play for on the Jets offensive side that I feel most comfortable with. I was looking at, I really wanted receiving yards. The receptions at 4, I don't like. I liked it at 3.5. I had that in the Discord earlier in the week. But I really was looking for reception yards, and I didn't see it here. So for Breece Hall, I think he gets fed quite a bit out of the backfield. But I don't really want to pick the 4 receptions. So that's kind of why I landed on Garrett Wilson. Let's head on over to the 49ers side real quick with Brock Purdy. There's a couple different ways I was looking at this. Again, tough defense going up against the Jets. And so I was looking more at, pass attempts, pass completions, kind of in that ballpark. And then I dug a little deeper, and I was like, passing first downs, right? Now, if they get up here by a touchdown or 2, and they decide to, feed the rock to CMC quite a bit here, maybe we don't see a ton of passing. Maybe these teams play so slow, or, Aaron Rodgers, methodically works the ball down the field on the other side, eats up a ton of clock. I'm going to actually take a chance at Brock Purdy lower than 14 passing first downs. Kind of dig into that a little bit. Last year in 2023, he only cleared this number in 2 of 19 games. That is it. And that's going all the way into the playoffs to the Super Bowl. So out of 19 games playing last year, only cleared this twice. Now he did hit 14 3 times So if you want to say he went under this mark in 74% of the games, I just kind of like this, going up against, a top 10 defense. He failed to clear this in 7 of 9 games, which they averaged around 12 first downs, passing first downs. So I'm going to lean lower in this. If you want to go passing attempts, the line opened up at 31.5. It got pushed down to 31. Same thing with completions, 21.5 down to 21. But I'm going to take a shot here. But those are the 3 I would look at with Brock Purdy on the San Francisco side of things. Didn't love a whole lot. I mean, I was looking at some Ayuk unders, maybe some Kittle overs, but didn't love it. Again, this game's kind of hard to cap and really hard to kind of figure out exactly how we want to attack it, just with the unknowns with Aaron Rodgers there, not really seeing how that offense is going to completely run. The next one we're going to go after is just kind of I do like, one thing I love about Underdog is I do love their defensive plays. Now, of course, researching this video, they decided to take the play I liked off the board. So the one I liked the most was actually CJ Mosley over 2.5 assists. Now they don't have it off the board. They have it off the board. By the time I was able to research this and record this video, they have pulled it. So I'm going to give you the research from what I pulled if you're going to get that somewhere else. I like the over 2.5 assists where he cleared that in 82% of the games last year, 14-17. He cleared that number. So now they just have tackles and assists at 0.9x. He cleared this just a 59%, 10 of 17 games. And he did quite a bit early in the year. The line at 6.5, I think is fair. I'm sorry, 6.5. He cleared this 13 to 17 games at 76%. So I think I'm going to lean this with the 6.5. I really wanted the 2.5 assist only. But if we look at, early in the year when they played, he cleared this line and looks like 9 straight games. Yeah, so, and he had some monster games in there too. 13 tackle and assist against Denver, 15 against Vegas. So if we see them get up and we see San Francisco run the ball a little bit here, that's going to benefit him. I mean, he's the starting middle linebacker here. He's ranked 6th out of 82 linebackers in PFF. So he's going to be in there. He's going to get things done. I kind of like this 6.5 tackles and assist. Again, if you can get that 2.5 assist number, I like that a little bit better. But that's what we're looking at. So, those are the plays for you. Again, kind of, we should see a lot of defense here, maybe not a lot of offense. That's why, if you see kind of these plays, they're not your normal plays that I would generally go after. But you kind of have to, when you're playing these single games like this, you kind of have to build out game scripts in your head and how you think the game's going to go and pick picks accordingly. So, especially when you're doing stuff like this, if you think it's going to be a lower scoring game, make selections accordingly. You don't always have to go overs. And then one thing I'm going to kind of do better at, I think, when I do these is I'm going to get away from the anytime touchdowns just because the variance in those are so high, just like Stafford. He should have had 2 touchdowns, but again, pass interference in the end zone a couple times really kind of hurts. So those are the 3 plays for you. Again, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you like these videos. I appreciate you everyone, taking the time to watch them. And if you want more action, you want more tools and everything that we have, head on over to dailyedgesports.com and check out what we have to offer. Again, enjoy your Monday. Like always, see you on the flip side. Deuces.